Hey, what's up everyone? JJ here and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to look at 6 leaked photos of the summer 2025 LEGO Harry Potter sets. These photos focus specifically on the minifigures, so we're going to take a look at these minifigures as they relate to some of the sets that we know are coming out. And I'm going to try and potentially guess what I think these sets are going to include based on what minifigures we see included. Special thanks to YeMamiYo for posting these photos on Reddit, but let's jump right in now looking at the minifigures that I think come with the main tower set. Now, the first minifigures we're going to look at are coming with this year's Hogwarts Castle main tower set. Now, this is a set that's retailing for about $250 in the US, and it's an expansion to the Great Hall, and the first minifigure is the Bloody Baron. Now, this figure looks amazing with his collar, and that printing on the torso looks really nice. In general, I love ghost minifigures. I also think this means we're likely going to have the Slytherin common room inside the main tower build somewhere, just because he is the ghost of the Slytherin house. I'm very happy to get the Bloody Baron. We need more of the ghost minifigures. This next one, some of you might not know, this is Professor Kettleburn. He is the kind of Care Magical Creatures professor for the first 2 years at LEGO or at Harry Potter. So he's probably going to come with the main tower build. I'm not really sure what additional accessories or what this means for the rest of that build, but it's cool to kind of get this minifigure, someone I didn't really expect to get. This is before Hagrid takes over the job. So in general, people have speculated what years will the main tower focus on, and I think it's going to be the Philosopher's Stone. And the reason I think that is actually because of these 3 minifigures for Ron, Harry, and Hermione. If you notice, Harry's wearing that red sweater, Hermione has kind of a dark green, and Ron has kind of a blue jacket that's opened up. And this reminds me of the minifigures that come with the Wizarding chess set for LEGO Harry Potter, which obviously is from the first book and film. And so because they look so similar, I'm thinking, are we somehow getting some of those tasks from the first book in this main tower set? If you notice, Hermione's also holding a key. So is there going to be a room of winged keys, which we didn't really get kind of back in the 2021 revamp of the Chamber of Secrets and the Fluffy Encounter set as well. Also for Hogwarts, we are getting this summer the Herbology classroom. A lot of us are really hoping that it's going to be an exterior greenhouse and not just kind of a built-in classroom like we saw with the Potions and Charms class. But specifically, this leaked photo is giving us insight into the Mandrake, and here we can see kind of what this looks like now. It does look like a new sculpted piece, which is really cool. Obviously, the headpiece looks like it does come out. It looks very similar to what we see with LEGO Dreams, but if you actually look at kind of the hands, they're a little bit different, and it does also look like the head is sculpted onto this piece. So getting a new Mandrake piece is cool. I'm really hoping that we're getting a full greenhouse with a lot of those Mandrake pieces included. The next set, the next minifigures, I think either focus on the Diagon Alley expansion of quality Quidditch supplies and the ice cream parlor, but it could also be the Hogwarts Express book nook. I'm not really sure which one I think these figures come with. This is going to be a Harry and a Ron minifigure. If you look at the Harry, it's a very basic minifigure we see a ton of. This Ron, however, is the Ron that comes with the Collector's Edition Hogwarts Express, which I think is the best Ron minifigure. Here you can see from Gringotts, we've kind of got that Harry before, so he comes a lot with the Diagon Alley sets. And there's nothing really different between this leaked image, from what I can tell, as well as the one we've gotten on a lot of Diagon Alley sets. However, this Ron looks really cool, and the reason I say that is because this sweater piece looks exactly like the sweater piece. Well, not a reprint, but a very similar design as the sweater piece that we got with the Collector's Edition Hogwarts Express. So I'm really hoping that this Ron is coming with the book nook, which means that set automatically I'm more interested in, because I think this is one of the best Ron minifigures. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to stay updated with LEGO leaks, rumors, news, and reviews, especially as it relates to LEGO Harry Potter, hit the subscribe button down below, but I will check you all out next time.